This is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes. We ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gonna make it. But at the end of the day, this will be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gonna do. We gotta
What's up, what's up, what's up? We are live here on this beautiful Wednesday night. You know, I'm excited to be here. Y'all excited to be here too, I bet. Let's get it rocking and rolling. So, we in the blackout. It's time, baby. It's time. It's time. We debut in the black helmets, baby. The ball black uniforms. Oh, it's going to be sick. Man, the hype is real for this game. For real. Before we get started, hit that like and sub button. Hit that bell. Select all. Leave a comment down below if you're on YouTube. If you're enjoying the content, if you're enjoying what we're doing here, if you're enjoying the stream and the videos that we put out, hit that like button, hit that sub, man. Come on. Come on, man. We're trying to get to 500 here, man. Share the stream. You know, we're almost there. And we built such an awesome community here, man. And every single one of these people in this community here on YouTube and Facebook are awesome human beings. So if you feel like the stream and this content is a great fit for somebody that is just getting into the game, that would like to learn about the game, or would like to learn about the Panthers in particular, we welcome all 32 fans from all across the league. So please come on in, enjoy the content, enjoy what we're doing here. Hit it. Hit that sub button, guys. You know? And don't forget to check out the Facebook group page, Keep Pounding in all caps, for in-game posts, polls, opinions, reactions to NFL news, and, of course, scheduling for the channel. Oh, and Yahoo Sports Keep Pounding League Fantasy Football. We're going to start doing that every year, guys. Fantasy Football League, Keep Pounding. So if you guys want to get involved in that, you guys better get involved. We all inclusive up in here, man. Hey! So we're at week 10 now. Week 10. And this is the biggest game of the season. The Black Cat strikes back. You know, I'm feeling the energy right now. I'm feeling the hype that is surrounding this game. And I think a lot of the fan base is too. Let's go. Let's win, please. Yes, sir. Mr. David, he's going to be joining me at the game tomorrow. We're going to be live streaming on the way up there. And probably on the way back. So, and we're going to be talking about the game. So, any questions that you guys might have during that time, during the car stream, please do up there and on the way back on the car streams. So, hopefully that will appeal to some people tomorrow when I go up to Bank of America Stadium, and I'm going to be sitting in those seats tomorrow with my buddy David, man. We're going to be watching this game firsthand. We're going to be seeing these uniforms firsthand, in these new helmets firsthand. I'm hyped, dude. God, I'm hyped. I can't wait for this. Ooh. You know, 1-0 Black Helmets. We need revenge on this team. We need to make up for the Sam Mills game. We need to spark this team back to life. Yes, sir, David. That's what I'm talking about, man. Good comment. You're right. We should have won that first game against the Falcons. That should have never gone to overtime. And you know what? It's a revenge game, baby. They laid out the blueprint on how to beat these guys the last time we played them 2 weeks ago. We're ready this time. And guess who's out again? AJ Terrell. Same situation. Same exact situation. Oh, it don't get no better than this. We got a real shot at this game, guys. But we got to figure out this offense first. That's the problem. You know, personally, we got to ride the hot hand. You know, that's my opinion. We ride it. Whether it be PJ, whether it be Baker, you know, either one of them, if they're playing well, leave them in. You know what I mean? And I've heard PJ's going to start. Now, based on that last Atlanta game, I don't see any reason why not. But based on last week, I do. Because that was a rough first half for this dude, man. And, I mean, let's be real here. PJ is who he is. We always knew this dude was a game manager. We figured this out a long time ago, y'all. Now, my question is, are we going to see the PJ Walker that played against Atlanta the first time? Or are we going to see the PJ Walker that played against the Bengals last week? Because if we're going to see the PJ Walker that played against the Falcons the last time, you know, we're winning this game. We're winning it. There ain't no question about it. We're winning it. I don't want to hear no negativity this week. I don't want to hear it. Because I know exactly what this team is right now, and so do you. We saw it clear as day the last time we played the Falcons. We knew exactly how to beat these guys, and we knew exactly what we did wrong. And it's the same Falcons team as 2 weeks ago, except for a few minor tweaks. You know? It's the same exact team. So if PJ comes in there and balls out like he did last time, that's a dub, baby. That's a dub. I ain't about to come up in here and bring out this negative energy, man, when you know we should be winning this game. There ain't no excuse why we should lose this game on Thursday night. No excuse whatsoever. When we know exactly what we're supposed to do and how to do it. Man, a lot of people are skeptical about this PJ start on Thursday. A lot of folks are saying this is a bad idea. I'm saying let the man get his redemption. Let the man have his redemption, baby. Because this man deserved a win over this Falcons team. And anyone that doesn't believe that needs to go back and watch that game. He deserved a win. If that D-line had been playing up to potential and winning the battle in the trenches, he would have had it. No question. That would have never came down to a tie. And y'all know it. Despite all the dumb penalties we had on the offensive line, and y'all know who you are, that did all that stupid junk. Yeah, Brady, I'm watching you. Stop that. Block properly, please. Stop going downfield and act like you're a wide receiver. That's got to stop, bro. We can't have that no more. That is killing drives. I saw it last week. I saw it against the Falcons. I saw it the week before against the Rams. And I'm done with it, bro. We're all done with it. We know you're better than this. No more dumb penalties. Think. Use your brains. Because I know y'all got it in you, man. I know y'all got it in you. This division is still in our reach. Let me tell y'all something. If we take care of business on Thursday night, and the Buccaneers lose, and the Saints lose, we're just one game back. One game back. And if we had won that first Falcons game, we'd be tied up for the lead right now. After all this. If we got that help this week. Think about that. Which we should have. Ooh-wee. I smell some upsets coming. Saints fans, you ain't about to like what's about to happen on that schedule for you. And if Tampa keeps playing the way they are, y'all gonna find yourselves at the very bottom of that division very quickly. Because that schedule of yours is not looking pretty either. So Atlanta, I now speak directly to y'all. We're in it to win it. So, this is our one chance to directly impact our chances of getting that division lead. And we're not going to waste it. So all you people from the Rise Up Nation, be ready. Because we coming in with a vengeance. Y'all know what I'm saying? We coming in hot as fire. And we're not stopping till we get that dub. I need to see every person on this 53-man roster come out to play. And ball out against these Falcons. Do not let these guys intimidate you. Do not let them stomp on you. Do not let them take you in those trench battles. You are better than this team. Act like it and prove it. Ball out. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, we got way more talent than they do right now. Ain't nobody scared of Mariota and his zone read. We shut that down. Nobody's scared of that junk, man. Yeah. I'm going to tell you this, though. If we keep playing Keith Taylor, he's going to get burnt like a Thanksgiving turkey, though. We need some help. We need some help at corner. But I'm going all in for it. Bake has played 61% of his snaps. If he clears 70%, our fifth turns into a fourth rounder. You know, that we give up. That's a valid point. That's the point that people have been making all week. And I said it first, actually. So, I do want my credit for that one. Because I pointed it out first. But, you know, here's the thing, man. You got to ride the hot hand. And if that means we give up that fourth instead of the fifth, that's what it is. But I do like that return, though, that we're getting out of it. Either way. So let me see this chat. You gonna do a halftime report still in Boa? Absolutely, man. I could do that. Sure, I could do that. Hopefully it's like Hulk when he gets angry, he goes green and all. We go all black like ninjas in the night. Let's go. Yes, sir. We them ninjas, baby. We them ninjas. Hopefully Brian Burns goes Super Saiyan. Yeah, man. You gonna have that gold hair and everything, man. Man, I need to see him go Black Spider-Man. That's what I need to see. I need to see him go symbiote Spider-Man on them clowns. Man. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Tower Hills. What's poppin', man? How you doing? Shout out to you. Content creator right there. The Real Zero Chill. Lock Poppy. Our moderator. In YouTube here, man. And, of course, my man David, who's going to be joining me in the stadium tomorrow. But, yeah, man. I need to see some symbiote Spider-Man burns, man. That's what I need to see. Psh, psh. You know what I mean? Come on, y'all. You know this man's going to web up that offensive line. Hey. He got a sack on your boy from the Bengals last week. So, let's see it. What's up, man? You ready for the game tomorrow? Absolutely, Tower. I'm going to be butt in seat for this one. I'm going to be up in Charlotte for this one. With my man David. We're going to be seeing these uniforms personally. We're going to be seeing these new helmets personally. I can't wait. This is the first time I've been to a game since 2015. I'm hyped, bro. I'm hyped. We gonna will this team to a win. Doggone it. I ain't leaving till we win, baby. Because I need to see that dub on that board, man. I need to see it. We'll sit through the rain. We'll sit through a doggone hurricane if it gives us a win. Shoot, I don't care. This is the new era in Panthers football, man. We're not slowing down. We're not stopping. For nothing. From here on. Yeah, the Bengals were a good team. Yeah, they shut us down. But it's the Bengals. They were just in the Super Bowl recently, man. What'd you expect? Come on. What I expected, though, was for us to actually put up a fight. And I didn't see it. But you know what? They probably getting ready for that Falcons game. That's what it is. And you know what? That Bengals game ain't going to hurt us. Because you look around the division, not everybody won. Not everybody won. And we got ourselves a chance here, man, to jump back in this thing. Hey, I saw that Ravens win on Monday night, and I said, shoo-wee, we back in this. Man, I'm telling you. This Falcons team should have lost 2 in a row. You know what I mean? I saw that loss to the Chargers coming 20-17, and I said, yes, sir. We back in this. We in the money. You know, for a second there, I thought Tampa Bay was going to lose too. I, honest to God, thought Tampa Bay was going to lose to the Rams. The way they've been playing, that last drive, I was like, is this going to be the same old Tom this year, or is he going to revert back to the old Tom? And I said, wait a minute, man. I kept watching that drive chart. I was like, dang, man. We were this close, y'all, to being a game back right now. Y'all don't even realize how crazy this year is. We are not done yet. I'm going to say that again for all you people that love to use the T word right now. It's too early for that. It is way too early for that. And I'm the person that is not afraid to say it when it is necessary. Out of the YouTubers, I will not hesitate to say the T word if I need to. I'm not afraid of it. This ain't Harry Potter. We ain't talking about Voldemort up in here. It's the T word. Alright? I'm the only one not afraid to say that junk, man. Because I understand how the system works and I understand why it works the way it does. And how we benefit from it. Alright? So don't come in here with that losing mentality nonsense, you know. Come on, man. Stop. Stop. We are not there yet. We're not there yet. There is still a chance to salvage this season and get 8 to 9 wins at the end of this road. In a possible playoff spot. The way these South teams are playing right now, if we handle our business, we got a chance. But we got to handle our business. Y'all, we can't be slacking like we did against the Bengals. I don't mind us losing to the Bengals because I knew it was going to be a losing week for the entire South. I knew it was. I figured the Rams were going to pull the upset on the Bucs. I figured, the Saints were going to lose to the Ravens. And the Falcons were going to lose to the Chargers. I just knew it. I saw those three teams and I said, there's no way. That loss is not going to hurt us that much in the race. We're still going to be a game back. You know what I mean? That can't hurt us that much. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Because Tampa actually did win that game. But the Saints and the Falcons lost. And the Falcons are going to be our main problem going forward. Because of their soft schedule in the next 3 weeks. Now the Saints are getting harder in their schedule. And it's going to be rougher for them. This is an opportunity for us to take advantage of it. The Buccaneers are going to get buried in the next few weeks. This is a chance to take advantage of that. Now, I'm not saying we can get the lead in the next few weeks. I'm saying it's a possibility. But we got to handle our business. Alright? We can't be lollygagging out there and act like, oh, this is too easy. The NFC South is weak. No, they're not. They're not as weak as you think they are. And I'm going to say this right now. After this Falcons game, we're about to play the Ravens. And the Ravens will hand us an L on a silver platter. That's what's going to happen there in Baltimore. It don't matter what we do. It don't matter how we play. That's going to be an L. But we have a chance this week to control our destiny in the South. This is our last direct chance to impact it. We cannot waste this opportunity. We cannot have a loss this week. Do you understand, Panthers? Do you understand this? We cannot afford a loss this week. Unless your plan is to tank. We ain't tanking yet. I'm going to say that again. We are not tanking yet. And anybody that believes we are, get your head out of the fantasy land. This season ain't over yet. And I will have no more of that mentality this week. No more. I'm sick of it. I've been looking at all the chats. I've been looking at all the group pages. Oh, we're 2 wins, 2 wins, 2 wins. Stop it. We win. Bucks lose. Saints lose. We're 1 game back. Don't talk to me about tanking yet. When we have that discussion, I'll be the one to lead the way. Alright? If we have to. And I'll tell you when it is. We ain't there yet. So let's go out there. Let's play like we need to play. Steve Wilkes, you know how to control this team, man. You know what you're doing. You are the captain of this ship. Take full advantage of it and sail us into these waters, man. Our house, our foot right. You know, this is a new era. I want to see this team play with a fire. Okay? I want to see this team come out balls to the walls. Balling out. That's what I want to see. And if I don't see that right out of the gate, making a statement against these Falcons, we're in trouble. I'm going to straight up say that right now. If I don't see that, we're in trouble. We need to come out and be the predator that we know we can be. This team is built on the backs of several talented players. We are building around these people. What would it say if we lost this game because we didn't come out inspired after last week? You know what fighters do? Think about the MMA, man. When you get boxed into a corner, what do when you have nowhere else to go? What do? You fight back. You give them the left hook, you give them the right hook. You know? You don't stop until that bell sounds. And I'm going to tell you what. This team is a bunch of competitors, and I need to see it. Alright, so Vietnam says, I would have traded Burns for those first round picks. I actually agree. And here's why I say that. Yes, he is young. But here's the thing. When you compare Brian Burns to Myles Garrett, when you compare him to some of the other Pro Bowlers out there, the star Pro Bowlers that are getting like double-digit sacks by this point in the season, Burns ain't there yet. Man. He's not worth 2 picks. You know, he's worth 2 picks, but he's not worth 2 firsts. I'm sorry, he's just not worth 2 firsts. And I'm going to say this right now. Yes, our pass rush will take a nosedive for a little bit. But we get 2 firsts out of it. And the damage we can do with 2 firsts is incredible. Alright? However, I will make the argument for the people that are for Brian Burns staying here. He's an incredible player. He's an incredible human being. And I just, absolutely, I love seeing him on the football field in the black jersey, man. I love it. You know, and I do see both sides of it. But at the end of the day, the NFL is a business. And we're trying to win. Consistently, we're trying to build for the future. We're trying to build long term. It's a smarter play, man. And yes, it does take the sacrifice of a few players. Big name players to do this. And it's nothing personal, man. It's just business. You know what I mean? And at a certain point, you got to learn how to separate business from the personal stuff. And that's partially why, as a franchise, we have not reached the heights that we could reach. You know? And it's nothing personal against Jerry Richardson. It's nothing personal against our coaching staffs. You know? Yes, as coaches, you will develop relationships with these players. But at the end of the day, you got to learn that business is business. Yeah, it's not like these people died, man. You can still contact them. You just get their cell phone numbers, man. Yeah, you won't be coaching them no more if they get moved, if they get cut, NFL, it's going to happen. You know, it's how the business works. You look at baseball, people get moved all the time in baseball. Yeah, players get relationships with their managers, but still, players get moved all the time. The NBA, same thing. You know, hockey, same thing. At the end of the day, these GMs understand this is a business. So when you get an offer for 2 firsts, and you know for doggone sure that Brian Burns is not worth 2 firsts, and you know this dude is not playing up to the Pro Bowl potential, you know, of all the other Pro Bowlers out there, not even close, that's a steal. I'm sorry, but that's a steal. Yeah, you have to work with Haynes, you have to work with Gross Matos out there. What's the problem with that? It's not like we're getting that much more pressure anyway. Haynes is doing just fine. He'll get the same pressure as Brian Burns is. He just won't get the sack. And I mean, frankly, we're not winning those battles in the trenches anyway. So, to me, 2 firsts would set us up for the future, man. And give us cap money for next year. Plus this year. I mean, it's a win-win-win all the way around. I mean, it's just a smart play. I'm sorry, but it is. For all the Brian Burns people out there. And if anybody is thinking this man is worth 2 firsts, you're delusional. I'm sorry, but you're delusional. You're up the creek delusional on that one. We're not going by some random couch potato coach standards here, you know, as far as trading. We're going by the NFL standard when we assign trade value in this channel. So, and because I understand the NFL trade value, and I've been right on multiple occasions of what that value was, you know, because I've been following it. I get it, dude. And because I understand the strengths and weaknesses of these players, that's why I assign the values that I do. I'm not talking out of, I'm not talking out of the clouds here. I know what I'm talking about when I assign these values. I do my research. I study up on these players, man. And when I trust me, when I say Brian Burns is not worth two first, and we could have gotten a steal of a deal out of that. Y'all ain't listening, cause you tuning that out. You're too egotistical, player hungry. You know what I mean? You just follow that one player all around the league, no matter where he goes. Just like y'all followed Cam Newton, y'all followed Christian McCaffrey over to the 49ers. You know, this is the type of fans that do this. And I understand this. I get it. I do. Y'all got that loyalty to these certain players, and I get it. But at a certain point, do you want to win consistently? Do you want to build your team into a Super Bowl winner? If you do, you got to make a choice. It's one or the other. You can't have both sometimes. I know it hurts. I know it sucks. But sometimes it's the way to go. You know? And you know, we're going to be okay without CMC. We're going to be okay without Cam Newton. We're going to be okay without all these people anymore, man. We're going to be fine. Look at the squad we got right now. We're going to be fine. We just got to play up to our potential. And I know we got it in us. I know we do. Because I've seen it out of these players. I've seen it. They showed us all. During the Tampa game, they showed us all during these practices. You know, if you're the coaching staff, you've seen it firsthand every day. You've seen it in the meeting rooms. You know? You've seen the leadership and the conversations and the communication. You've seen it all. So you can't tell me these guys don't have it in them. This year, that might balance out at some point. We might get that game back on everybody. Who knows? I'm not worried about that. That's a battle for another day. Right now, I'm worried about the heart of this team. Because, you know what I'm saying? If the heart ain't there, why bother? But I know for a fact the heart is there in this team. And I know it's waiting to come out. Because I've seen it against the Bucks. I've seen it against the Rams. I know y'all got it in you. Show up. You know, stop lollygagging around the doggone field, man. No more of that. No more of that. Y'all are better than this. Act like it. Act like you've been here before. Act like you've been in a position where you got a chance for a division lead again. Act like you got some actual backbone and some spine. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you don't show up with that backbone and that spine against Atlanta, they will sense it real quick. Because Atlanta's some predators, man. Don't sleep on these guys. Don't sleep on their heart. Don't sleep on their integrity. Don't sleep on their intensity on that field. Because the second you do, you're done. You're already in the hole. That's exactly what happened against the Bengals. They sensed it right out of the gate that we were not ready for that game. And we were not coming in with our whole hearts, in our whole minds, in our whole aggressiveness. They sensed it. I mean, it was obvious on the first drive. It was obvious. That D-line was not coming in there fully loaded, man. And ready to go. They were not ready. So it's going to start with the Lions. It absolutely is. Um, they're looking for the future, but he could turn into a mega Pro Bowler. That's true. You know, Burns could turn into a major Pro Bowler. You never know, man. You never know. Just read a legit article. Luke Kuechly wants to get into coaching. Whoa! Oh snap! Oh snap! Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news! Luke Kuechly wants to get back into coaching, possibly. Oh! What position is he looking at? Oh, I gotta hear this, y'all. Because if this man wants a linebacker coaching job, he's got it. As far as I'm concerned, he's got it. I don't even need an interview from you. If I'm Steve Wilkes and Luke Kuechly says, I want a job as a linebacker coach, sold, here's the paperwork. Sold. Ain't nobody else getting this job. No way. I don't care who gives me a call that day. Nope. Nope. Luke, you got the job, man. Man, imagine this, dude. Steve Wilkes, Al Holcomb, who actually coached Luke Kuechly, being in charge of him as a defensive coordinator, and having Luke Kuechly as our linebacker coach. And I heard even Thomas Davis visited our practices, man. Thomas Davis. You know how hard it is to get this man to come to our practices these days? Do you know how hard it is? You never see this man at our practices. Ever. You see all the other vets, but you never see Thomas Davis. Now, why is that? Because now he sees that predator in us, man. He saw what we can become. And he said, hold up, I want to get in on this action. I want to get in on this heat, man. Yeah. Yeah. So Luke wants to get back into Panthers coaching. That's woo-wee. Oh, this is hype, man. This is a good week. That's the best news I've heard all week right there. Yep. You know, let me see what my man David sent me about this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You know what? I'm putting this up on screen. This deserves full screen respect right here. This is Luke Kuechly we're talking about. This deserves full screen respect. Let's go. Let's see. I don't think I'd ever say never. I think I'd really enjoy it and have a ton of fun with it. Just the time associated if I jump back in. I would have to make a choice to say no to Christmas and Thanksgiving, but I'm not quite sure I'm ready to do that. Okay. Okay. Fair enough, Luke. You know, fair enough, man. You know, I respect that. You know, Christmas and Thanksgiving are bigger than football, though. You know, and I respect it. If you got beliefs in your faith, and you know you really do believe that Thanksgiving is important, absolutely, man, without a doubt. Without a doubt, family is more important at certain points. Yeah, you got to make sacrifices as a coach, man. That's what it takes to get where you are. It's not an easy job. I appreciate that link, though. Alright, Oh! Steve Wilkes saying playing Jeremy Chin in Week 10 would be asinine. Wow. Wow. He goes on to say he moved around well. It was good to see him out there, running around, communicating, talking, and I doubt very likely that I'd put him in that situation this week. Doubt very likely I'll put him in that situation this week to play with a day of walkthrough and he hasn't practiced or played in 6 weeks. That's like really dumb. Yeah. Alright. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. That's a coach that's smart enough to know, when not to put a player in and rush the development and rush the healing process. And I got so much respect for that because it's so refreshing to have a coach like that. Man, I'll keep saying this until it becomes less true. And it's not ever going to be less true. We've had so many issues with health problems with these players, man, and just pushing them in there just because we think, oh, that's the best chance of winning that we've got, just putting these players in. And you're only getting like 2-3 weeks out of them, if you even get that. And then they re-aggravate their injuries and this and this and that, and they end up on the IR. And you don't see them again for about 8 weeks, maybe even until next season. But Steve Wilkes said, nah, enough of that. Good job, coach. Good job. I love that. I love that right there. That is a head coach mentality right there. He sees the long-term future and what these players can do for him. And you're not going to get that by having them re-injure something. Or be stupid and play them before they're ready. Thank you, Steve. Man. That's one of the most beautiful things ever right there. If that alone does not tell you that this man deserves this job, I don't know what to tell you. Let me tell you what Steve Wilkes did this week. We took that L to the Cincinnati Bengals, and I can tell you exactly what our problem was in that game. Point blank, it was that D-line. That D-line did not show up to play. Therefore, the entire defense struggled. It's a domino effect. Remember how I've been telling y'all about that. It's a domino effect. It all starts with the line. If the line don't play well, the linebackers get double duty. The corners get double duty. The safeties get double duty. Guys, I would not be saying this if it wasn't any less true. It starts with the lines. And Steve gets this. Okay? The second reason we had trouble against the Bengals was those corners. We didn't have J.C. Horn in. We didn't have Dante Jackson in that much. So here comes Keith Taylor to the rescue. And we got our safeties coming to the rescue. With Miles Hartsfield out there. It's... And the first thing he does after that first day back in office after watching the tapes is he fires the quarterback coach and he fires the linebacker coach. the two main sources of the problem on Sunday. Because as you noticed, in that second half, Baker comes in and puts up 21 points. He immediately adjusts and fixes the problem where it stands. He doesn't waste time. He immediately went to Baker at halftime and he said, get your butt in there. You're healthy. You're ready to go. PJ ain't getting it done. Get your butt in there. I want you in first team reps. And I guarantee you during that week before the Bengals game, he was giving Baker some first team reps just to prepare him. Just for that situation right there. Just in case. He was ready. And I said, okay. 21 points. We put up a fight on offense once Baker came in. That proves it was not the O-line. That proves it was not the wide receivers. You know, that proves it was not the running backs. Although I will say a couple of these wide receivers had breaks for hands in the first quarter. But still, here's the thing, man. It was none of that. It was PJ just having an off day. And I mean, that happens. When you're a third string quarterback that should be practice squad material, you know, that's how he started off the year. I'd say second string, you know, borderline third string material at this point, because he's proven now he has the deep ball. That's something he didn't have the past 2 years. But he had it in 2020. So he regressed back into a third stringer for me for the last 2 years under Matt Rule. Until he was let off the leash and showed he had the deep ball. So, now he is a third stringer, strong second stringer material. Strong second stringer, okay? That's who PJ is. And I always knew he had that potential in him to the fullest extent of who PJ is. So, what you've been seeing out of him, you know, the 2 weeks before that, that's who PJ really is at his fullest potential when he's let off the leash. You know, and every quarterback's going to have a bad day once in a while. It does happen. Yeah, he didn't see the linebacker. Yeah, he didn't see, you know, yeah, he was off that day. It happens. Even Tom Brady's off. I mean, look at the man this year. If you can't see that at least any quarterback on any given day can have an off day, there's your proof right there. Even the GOAT himself can have an off day. So, you know, give him some time, man. Give him a chance. You know, PJ's not Superman out here. You know, he's not Clark Kent. He's not Clark Kent putting on a Superman uniform every time he hits the field as starting quarterback. You know, he's PJ. Give him some space, man. Give him a chance. Give him some breathing room. Let him do what he does. Just because he loses one game, y'all just want to, oh, we have no idea who our starting quarterback is. Just shut up. Shut up. Alright? Give him some space. You know, for some of these people, it's just all or nothing when it comes to the quarterback position. And I don't understand this. I watched about 4 or 5 different streams, and I'm just sitting there going, how are y'all doing this? You know, and I'm sitting there in chat just observing all this stuff. I don't even type in chat most of the time in some of these YouTuber channels. And I'm just observing this garbage, and I'm saying, really? Really? This is what we're doing? Y'all know who PJ is. He hasn't changed since 2020. The only thing that was missing was that deep ball. And now y'all want to climb down his throat just because he has one bad day against a very, very much better team than we were. that day. And yes, the mistakes he made were his fault. I'll give you that. But give him time to recover. Again, he's not Superman. He's not the face of the franchise that everybody thinks he is. I never said that. Ain't nobody said that, bro. Nobody. And if anybody said that, y'all backtracking on your words right now, ain't you? Y'all backtracking. Oh, PJ did this, he did that, he did that. PJ's the face of the franchise, he's the savior of everything Panthers related. And I'm like, no. I never was jumping on board that train. Y'all recognize that, right? Now when he played great, I gave him his due. Y'all know this. But I was very skeptical that he could be the face of the franchise. I've said it multiple times. I've been skeptical about it. Because I know who PJ is. I don't know if he could break that glass ceiling and become a starter. I've said it. And I'll still continue to say it. You could go back in the VODs and find it. PJ is who he is. Now, taking all that into account, he really impressed all of us the last time we played the Falcons. That's a true fact. Alright? But PJ is bound to have a bad game. It was bound somewhere down the line. He was bound to have it somewhere. You know, you can't be playing up to that level all the time if you're at that level of a player. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. You can't have 16 games of that right there out of PJ. It's just not going to happen. Eventually, he's going to take the fall and have a bad day. It happens to everybody. You could be the hardest worker at your job, and even just one day, imagine everybody just going, oh, this guy sucks. This guy's terrible. This guy's the worst worker ever. You know, after one day of bad work where everybody gets slowed down by your progress, your lack of progress, after you've been keeping everybody afloat for about 2 to 3 weeks before that point, you might have even saved a few people their jobs. You know, talking from a business standpoint, you get one bad day and everybody's just like, fire this guy right now, fire him now, get rid of him, he needs to go, he needs to leave. Man, stop. I'm not about to hear all that junk. I'm going to be that one guy that actually defends PJ. And if y'all don't like it, I don't care. I've said that before. I've had some very, very unpopular opinions. You know? And I'm still sticking by them. Because I know I'm right when it comes to these players. I've watched these guys in training camp, preseason, regular season. I know their strengths. I know their weaknesses. I know this team like the back of my hand. And the amount of times I've been wrong about these guys has been very, very few. And I'm not trying to be egotistical here. I'm just trying to say that's my track record. There it is in plain sight. You know, this is who these players are. People don't want to face up to the truth. They don't want to hear all the garbage. All they want to put out there is their opinions. And that's fine if that's what they believe. But some of y'all just know so much that just isn't so. And it's just, I don't know. Some of y'all's opinions are based on some nonsense. I'm just going to go out there and say it. But I know this crew knows that I do not come out here and spread a bunch of falsehoods. I don't come out here and try to lie to y'all and act like these players are better or worse than they actually are. I'm not going to do that to y'all. And neither should you expect that out of me. I'm real from day one. What you see is what you get. I've said that from day one. And I'm going to continue to say it. Now, that being the case, it's not the fact that we did lose that Bengals game. It's the way we lost that game that pissed me off. That's why I didn't stream. Plus, we got a short week. And I thought I could say everything I needed to say in one Facebook post. Alright, so I'm trying to cover all of that stuff in about 30 minutes here. And then we're done with it. Excuse my hiccups. But, because honestly, it was not worth a 3-hour stream. It just wasn't. I'm not going to waste y'all's time, and I'm not going to waste my time. There's no reason to. On a game like that, there's no reason to. You know, y'all can look up the stats. Y'all can see this stuff for yourself. You know, I'm going to do a little research on the trip up to Charlotte. I'm going to look up some numbers and stuff like that. And I'm going to write them down. And I'm going to cover a little bit of it in about an hour-long stream for y'all. In that car ride up there. So we can talk about this a little bit. And have me point out a couple of numbers. But that's going to be it. You know, I'm not going overboard with this Bengals game. I'm just not going to do it. It's a waste of everybody's time. And energy. And frustrations. And we need to start looking forward. Point blank, the future starts right now. If we want to retake this division, it starts right now. It didn't start in Cincinnati. It didn't start in LA. It starts right now. With this Thursday game. Alright, so. David Screws says, I say this, PJ didn't get many snaps in the training camp. Didn't get to throw with the first. Would have got cut if Matt Corral would have went down. Exactly. If Matt Corral had not gone down, you would have never saw PJ out there. You would have saw Matt Corral. And Matt Corral does whatever Matt Corral does. That's why we drafted him. You know what I mean? But the fact that he was injured and we saw PJ. Point blank. And if you've seen PJ already, you know what to expect. I was not even the least bit upset when I saw him come in. I was like, okay, let's see what you got. But I mean, look at these black helmets, man. Look at this, man. This is sick. If that doesn't get you hyped up for this game, I don't know what will. Bruh. What are they even valuing the tickets at right now for this? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Because I already got a ticket for me and my man David. So I just want to see, are they what's the prices we're still looking at? Okay, $50. $50. So for anybody that still wants a ticket right now, to this Falcons game, say you're doing just a single game ticket, it's 45. If you're doing two, it's probably gonna be 50, right? There you go. That's upper bowl. That's cheapest tickets. You go down here, it's gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be 174 or something like that. Be prepared to pay a little bit of money. 181. 252 here. I mean, that's 310 if you're looking at right there at the 50. Some people haven't bought those yet, but still, that's what you're doing with. And it's not a surprise that these tickets are so low considering our record right now. But at the same time, this is the most critical game out there this season. So I encourage fans to come out and support this team. I know the weather's not going to be the greatest. I know there's going to be rain. But let me tell y'all something. I sat through a monsoon through the Colts overtime game back in 2015. If you think I can't handle a little rain during this game right here, man, please. To support this team right now, $50 is $50. You can't beat that. Because I paid at least $100 on every ticket I paid in 2015. Every one of them. And I brought people with me. I had money to spare on those. And it wasn't about the money, y'all. It was about giving somebody a game day experience that they've never had before. Two of those people had never been to NFL games before. After I had experienced 2 games, I said, hold up a freaking minute. If I got some extra money to spend, why not? We winning right now, why not? It's about the game day experience, man. And that's what I'm bringing David up there for. Because he hasn't been to a game in 2015 just like me. I want to give this man a proper game day experience that he deserves. He deserves it, man. Just as much as I do. Because I ain't been there in a while. You look at this team, the way they've been playing the last how many years? Since the golden age? Shoot. And I'll say this too. If you've been a Panthers fan back in 14 and 15, it doesn't feel like that long ago, does it? It feels like those years just blinked away. The last of the Ron Rivera years and the 3 that we just spent with Matt Rule, it feels like they didn't even exist to me. And that's a sad thing right there. If you're a Panthers fan and it feels like it just blinked away like that, like it was never there, yeah. Mercy. For us to stick around through all that takes some spine. I'm going to say that right now. That takes some spine. This has not been the easiest team to root for. But it's worth it. It's worth it every Sunday. For me. I'll come out here and I'll be like, look, man. If y'all come out here and play and act like you want this game and really give your all, then you got my support. If y'all live by the keep pounding mantra, you got my support. If you show me in any way that you care about trying to succeed as a franchise, you got my loyalty. But you got to show up. You got to show that on Sunday. What I saw against the Bengals was a poor excuse of that. Very, very poor excuse of that. I'm going to let these corners off the hook because, look, man, CJ got targeted a lot even before this game against the Bengals, and he got roasted a few times. More than a few times. Keith Taylor got roasted like a Thanksgiving turkey. You know? We know who those two are. We already knew those two had problems with coverage issues. That's not new. That's not new at all. That's why these guys are third string, fourth string guys. It's not rocket science to figure that out. You know, we only brought those guys in just because J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson were down. We had no choice. And I do believe that cutting Hartsfield probably was a mistake. I think he needs to be on the practice squad. At least. Sean Chandler is the one that needs to be cut. I'm going to continue to say it. Sean Chandler cost us 24 points last season. He needs to go. All due respect and, to him as a person, but he needs to go. We can't have that. Guys, we cannot have that on our roster, on a 53-man roster, if we want to win the season. And I saw him out there against the Bengals, and I said, okay, at this point, we're already down like 30-something points. Why the heck not? It's not like this game's over at this point. Last 8 minutes of the game, I'm going, okay, go ahead. If this dude can show up and impress people, why not? It's not like he can hurt us that much more. You know what I mean? He can't hurt us at that point. So, I got no problem with that one. I'm not even mad at our corners, honestly. Because, frankly, we know who they are. Now, the problem is our D-line. The D-line is what deserves our full attention right now. The O-line played well. The offense played well with Baker. They got 21 points on the board. Running backs were fine. Wide receivers were fine. Once Baker came in. Tight ends were fine. Communication was there. No issues. And look at that. Baker Mayfield behind, Bozeman. And they put up 21 points in the fourth quarter. Who would have thought that might be possible? But y'all over here talking about, Baker's too short. The size difference and all this nonsense. Come on, man. Stop with that. I don't want to ever hear that again. I don't know who keeps saying that absolute trash, but I don't want to hear it no more. because it's simply not true anymore. He just threw that stereotype out the window. He said, nah. We ain't having that. I'm here to try to put points on the board. Y'all want to keep talking that junk? Man, I'm going to come out here and put points on the board. I'm going to prove all y'all wrong. Well, how about that? Baker Mayfield, who actually got to a playoff game with the Browns with a line that was worse than ours, comes in and puts up 21 points with Bozeman. And yeah. Oh, backtrack. Uh-huh. What was that? All I hear right now is crickets from those people. Nah. Y'all come up in here and bring that same energy. Bring that same energy y'all were coming up in here with before. I love it. Oh, man, I love it. Y'all come up in here with that same energy, man. Don't hide. We see you. We see all of y'all, man. Oh, we see every one of y'all. Every one of y'all doubters, man. Y'all ain't hiding from us. We've been saying it since day one. Put Baker behind Bozeman. I've been saying it since day one. Day one. And people gave me so much grief for it. What y'all got to say now? What y'all got to say right now? I'll wait. What y'all got to say? Nothing. Crickets. Because I knew I was right. You got a Super Bowl winning center, a Super Bowl winning right guard out there, in a playoff winner in Baker Mayfield. It don't matter how tall he is. Look at Russell Wilson before he came to Denver. Before he came to Denver at all. Oh, wait. Could the problem be, in fact, the offensive line for Denver? Surprise! It is. But y'all come back up in here with that same energy with, oh, Baker's too short, Baker's too small. Man, please. Sell me a baker's dozen if you believe that. Because I ain't buying your cookies. I'm not buying your desserts, man. Because they burnt. They're burnt crispy. Meanwhile, Baker's up in there baking us a cake, bro. He's baking up that 21 points in that second half. He's making y'all look foolish. Every one of y'all that talk that trash. Every one of y'all. And I stood by every word I said since day one. Because I knew I was right. I knew it. I knew he was going to come in here and he was going to command this offense once he was healthy and off the chain. I knew it. I had that gut feeling, bro. I had that gut feeling. So, now are people really willing to commit to the fact that maybe, just maybe, with an offensive line, it might make the quarterback better than they actually are? I'll get back to you on that when y'all are ready to admit the truth. Alright, So back to it, man. Honestly, Steve Wilkes walks into the office on that Monday morning, looks at the tape, and he says, nah, I know exactly who to fire. I know exactly who needs to go. And it ain't me, and it ain't Al. Got to love that out of your head coach. When he targets the exact people that are causing the problem. And one of them, by the way, happens to be a Matt Rule guy. Cross him off the list, y'all. Oh, it's magic. It's magic. Y'all know I posted that list again, right? I'm about to go look that list up. Hold up. Y'all need to see this list. Nah. We're covering this because it's important. Let's see. Where is it? A lot of people posted in the Facebook page, which is a good thing, man. I like that. They posted relevant stuff too. I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Relevant. Oh, we got to talk about Robbie in a minute too. We got to clown on Robbie as well in a minute. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Where is it? Where is it at? Where's the list? Y'all know I reposted this junk, man. Where is it? We got about 5 or 6 names still on that list. I believe. I'm trying to find it, y'all. I don't know. I don't see it. Okay. So that was after the game, so it's got to be pretty close here. I did say correct decision here. So Evan Cooper was the Matt Rule guy. Paul, yeah, Paul was not getting it done. I mean, this is like what 6 out of 8 weeks this year that he didn't get the job done and didn't motivate that D-line. Not counting the Matt Rule games. Please, man. Where is it, man? Because I know I posted it. What? I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe it's gone. Steve Wilkes left open the possibility that he could fill the Panthers' 4 coaching vacancies externally this season, but wouldn't do it during the short week. There you go. Our season is not over yet. We're rising from the grave, just like our guy right here, man. He's rising from the table. He ain't done yet. His team ain't done yet. And look at that. We're still at number 2 on the draft order, too. During 9 weeks. That's a rare thing. Yeah, so there's the firing. There were some talks about whether we should have traded DJ and Shaq and a few of these other guys. But look at Icky though. Icky, 33 pass blocking snaps, 0 sacks allowed. And he's even cleaned up the penalties. Good job, Icky. Good job, my man. Good job. Love you for it, buddy. I want to give this man his props. And Frankie Luvu, don't say we didn't warn you. Yeah. I love that Goosebumps theme, man. That looks sick. Y'all ever read them Goosebumps books as a kid, man? That looks sick, bro. I love that. Oh, that's fun. Them media people, man, they have fun with this stuff. I gotta give them their credit. But, yeah, man. Look at them black uniforms, that black helmet, man. That looks sick. God, I can't wait to see that in person. Ooh-wee. Yeah. Alright. So let's get into this Falcons prep, man. Alright, so first of all, I want to show y'all who is taking over those jobs as of the changes. You know what I mean? Alright, so we are looking at the D-line. Excuse me. Defensive assistant. There we go. Assistant defensive lineman, line coach Terrence Knighton is going to be taking over. Now, a little bit about him. This is a Matt Rule guy. Alright? Just to warn you. From Temple. Okay, so. Alright, that was his playing career with Jacksonville. 140 tackles, 7.5 sacks, 20 tackles for a loss. Yeah, he was a 3rd round draft pick. There you go. In 13 and 14. Spent a year with Washington in 2015. Alright. So he finally finished his playing career with 231 career tackles, ranked in the top 15 of all defensive tackles from 2009 to 2015. Okay, so he played collegiately. So that's the Matt Rule connection there. He played with the Broncos. He played with the Washington Redskins. Coaching career. This is what we care about right here. So he came out of Wagner College as a D-line coach. Came to us as a coaching assistant. And then got bumped up to assistant defensive line. So now he's going to get defensive line coach position. That's who this guy is. Alright? I love that background. Witness our dark side. Love it. That's actually really awesome, man. God, I love that. All right. So, corners coach. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you who else needs to go right now. Thomas needs to go, and Jeremy Scott needs to go. Both of these guys are frankly, all three of these guys are Matt Rule people. Alright, so but I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it until the end of this year. So if they do a good job, off the leash of Matt Rule, then fine. They can stay. But if they screw up, then it's curtains. Go find yourself another job. Alright, so pass rush specialist. Alright, we got a pass rush specialist. This is going to be an interesting one right here. Because our pass rush is garbage right now. "39 years of coaching experience, 12 seasons in the NFL. He was in Arizona 2018 as an assistant defensive line coach." Okay. Came to the Chargers. Let's see. 2 seasons coaching the Chicago defensive line. The Bears won the NFC Championship in 2006 and advanced to the Super Bowl, where they faced the Indianapolis Colts and lost, after leading the NFL with 44 takeaways. Okay, I'm starting to see. Excuse me. I'm starting to see the appeal here, but he's got to sell me on it, man. You know what I mean? If we get a couple of good pass rushers, then I'd say, yeah, sell me on it. Sell me on your coaching ability. I want to see it. I want to see results on the field. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here for it. I like his resume. I like what we're looking at here. This is a long list of coaching. Look at this. Alright, so I only care about the NFL ones right now. Let's stick with the NFL ones. Bears defensive line, 05-06. That was your NFC Championship Bears. Oakland Raiders, 07-08. That D-line did improve. I'll give them that. Chargers, 2009 to 2015. Yeah, the Chargers were a dominant threat in the AFC West at the time. Arizona Cardinals, 2018. This may have been one of the coaches with Steve Wilkes that got screwed over in Arizona. And he basically just followed him to Carolina. So 2001 to 2022, pass rush specialist. And I don't really know how that's helping us at the moment. That's my question, is how is that helping us? Another coach I want to look at. I want to focus on those corners, right? Defensive assistant. Defense. This is what we want. Defensive run game coordinator. Assistant defensive line. Pass rush specialist. Interim defensive coordinator. So yeah, we don't have anybody in here for corners anymore. From what I'm hearing out